Hi guys, and welcome back to the Fentech HTML class. So for today we're going to be taking the basis of HTML, and as you can see we're going to make use of Notepad. A lot of people desist or don't like Notepad because you have to start from scratch, unlike um, Visual Studios and Android Studios. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to let the browser know that this is an HTML file. So we're going to put in the doc type declaration, which is this doc type HTML. Yeah, so this is called the doc type declaration. Then HTML elements define the structure of our web pages. So the first element we are going to use is the HTML element. Now this over here is called the opening tag, that is this two brackets, while this and this is for the closing tag. Now note, it's not all elements that have opening and closing tag. Some have just the opening tag while some have both the opening and closing tag. So along the line we're going to be taking note of some elements that can do it without the closing tag. So now, inside these two elements, we're going to add additional elements. But since I don't want it to be too long, I'm going to press enter. Sorry. Yep. Yeah. So inside here, we're going to add the head element. So head, and don't forget to have to add our closing tag. Yeah. Now we use the head elements to give the browser an information about our page. For example, this notepad is part of like a head element, or if you go to your browser, what you want them to see, that tab that is there, that's the head element. But inside the head element, we have to make do of the title element. So now the title element is going to be inside this head element. So because of that, we have to keep a space, then title. So now I'm going to name it my first web page. Yeah, and our closing. Yeah, so that's that for the title element. Now the next thing we're going to add is the body element, and the body element comes after the head elements. So we're going to add the body element. Yeah, and we're going to press enter to bring this down. Yep. Now body elements, inside this body elements we'll add elements that we want to appear on our page. So let's start with an image element. So inside this body element we're going to add an image element. We're going to start with this image src and occultation alt equals this. Now as you can notice, this image element doesn't have a closing tag. These src and alt are called attributes. The src specifies the path of the image. So now first of all, what I'm going to do is, for beginners, it might look long, but this is what we actually do. but along the line I'm going to teach you how to get the parts of an image from your desktop, your laptop itself. But for now, let's get an image from Google Chrome. So it's loading, and yeah, so let's look for we're going to type for picture of um cup of tea. So yeah, we have different images and we want to pick one. So we're just going to scroll for the one that is actually very nice. So I think um okay, so there was one I saw up here. Let's go with this. Yeah, so now we're going to get the okay, so sorry for that short break. So we're going to get the link to this image, and we're going to do that by coming here, clicking on share, and as you can see, click to copy link. So we're going to click on it and we're going to go off. Now we're going to come back to our code and we're going to add it here. So I'm just going to use Ctrl V and the image links comes up. Now, ALT is short for alternative text. So we use this attribute to give the browser some text to display in case the image cannot be displayed. So here I'm going to add let's say a cup of tea. So far we want to view whatever we have done so far on our website. So what you do is you come to file, save as, and you edit this to html code.html and then you save. Then come over here, if you see it there, then you open with Google Chrome. And since I don't have connection, you can see that a cup of tea, which is the alternative text, has appeared. But let me try and see if I can get connection back. Okay, so while we're waiting for the connection, let's go back to our code and we're going to proceed. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a paragraph text which is called the P element. Now the P element is going to come under this image element, which we have this P and we have this here. Okay, so sorry for the short break. So I've been able to get network connection. So let's save this and come back and reload it. So it seems that the network is still not strong. So in probably maybe in the next video we'll be able to get that done. So now, as we're saying, our P element, which is called the paragraph element. So here I can put let's say at Fentech, then I can close it. As you can see, the P elements have the closing tag. Yeah. So what I do is I just do Control S and I can come over to Google, reload, and it appears. So back to our code. Now let's move to CSS basics so that it looks much better. So now after the title element, we can add another element called the style element. So this enter style element, yeah. Then remember the closing. Yeah. So we're going to write our CSS code inside this style element. So since we have bad network for today, okay, connected, let's see. Network is still not strong. Yeah, it's off. So for today, I'm going to pause because we can't really continue our style, that's our CSS, if we don't have strong connection. But hopefully in our next class we'll be able to get the image to appear instead of the alternative text. So that'll be all for today. Thank you.